My name's Gary Stewart. I'm the Artistic Director of Australian Dance Theatre. I've been here for 16 years running the company. It's a really extraordinary privilege to have the opportunity to run a full-time contemporary dance company with an infrastructure intact and in place. That's an amazing position for any artist to make their work in, and so that was really a compelling inducement to come to Adelaide and run ADT. Some of the highlights for me of ADT really has been taking the work around the world and seeing the responses of audiences to the work, and also developing a following for the company in terms of international audiences and also venues and presenters. So we performed in Canada, the United States, Germany, Luxembourg, Austria, Ireland, England, Scotland, France, Portugal, Singapore, Japan, South Korea, Spain, a whole host of other European companies that's probably a bit too long to go into. But another highlight just in general is just working with the most extraordinary artists and dancers, seeing how dancers can take a work and just completely transform your idea into something beyond what you possibly imagined.
My name is Zoe Dunwoody and I'm a dancer at the Australian Dance Theatre. I have been dancing at ADT for 3 years now. ADT, as a dancer, it's a really amazing and interesting working environment. The dancers, first and foremost, are probably the most exciting and amazing part for me. Working with such innovative and strong-minded and really eccentric sort of personalities is really, really amazing and exciting and quite invigorating to be a part of. ADT's the oldest, actually, contemporary company in Australia. The vocabulary of the company is very challenging. When I first came, it was completely out of my comfort zone, and I feel like after learning those skills, I've become a more rounded dancer, more versatile. I can hopefully adapt to more ranges of dance styles, which is something that's really important for me as a growing artist.
I think the other thing is the ingenuity of the collaborations. We collaborate with other artists working in diverse domains like architecture and robotics and interactive video and 3D graphics. Also, having the opportunity to work with extraordinary artists in other fields means that we can expand an audience's and our own notion of what is dance in the 21st century. And so I think working with other artists at the top of their game is always an amazing challenge, but an amazing privilege as well. Habitus is primarily centred around our relationship with objects, and primarily domestic objects. So the dancers throughout the work end up toying with, playing with, manipulating and developing relationships with the whole stage full of domestic objects that eventually become sort of thrown into the middle of the stage like a kind of a heap. So it's this sort of, I guess, philosophical fantasy in a way about nature reclaiming everything again, and everything going back to nature and becoming the materials of the natural world rather than the built world. I think what Adelaide certainly gives me and the dancers is a great point of focus, where we have this amazing festival which is a vehicle for our work that occurs on an annual basis. And what's really great about festivals is, in a way, they're kind of consciousness shifting exercises, or consciousness shifting events rather. We go into a festival and we put aside our kind of normal perspective on art and things, and we open ourselves up to kind of a whole new set of experiences. And I think it's really great having the company here and making the work within that kind of framework.
Audiences can expect the unexpected when they come to see Habitus in the Adelaide Festival. We use objects that you will probably see every day and you don't even notice being used in ways that you probably never thought possible. So expect the unexpected, and also just a high level of dancing and performance from really incredible artists in the Australian Dance Theatre.